So in this video today, we're going to have a discussion about diet and nutrition for Parkinson's. But if there are any other areas of Parkinson's that you'd like to find out more about, please do click on the subscribe button. I know I've got some interest in this area. How about you?
Yeah, I mean, diet and nutrition is obviously important, but I actually don't pay too much attention to it. I try and eat a healthy diet, and I don't worry too much about sort of the details, unlike some people, I guess.
I'm a bit the same. I sort of have a love-hate relationship. We're all just told to stick to the Mediterranean diet, and if you do that, then actually you're living a pretty healthy life anyway. So I think you're probably doing that, which is fantastic. The only interest I've got is on the gut health side of things. I have been reading a lot more about the evidence between the gut and the brain, and the link there, and the foods that you eat can have a massive impact on your brain, and as a result on the Parkinson's. I mean, for people out there, because Parkinson's is a very individual thing and we all experience Parkinson's slightly differently, I'm certainly hooking up with a nutritionist actually, and I'm going to have my bloods taken just to look at any areas that I might have high cholesterol or anything that might be able to help my Parkinson's. So I'm going to just see if there are any specific supplements or any foods that might help.
The one thing I do is I try and have a high fiber diet. So I used to get very constipated, and I eat a lot of fresh fruit, which I love, and fresh vegetables as well. And that just helps sort the constipation out completely. I don't really need to take any laxatives or anything like that. I've not had a problem with it for a while now since I've switched to this high fiber diet. So that's certainly a recommendation from me. But I tend to take the view with diet that I want to sort of live my life. I don't want to obsess about, not eating this or eating that or trying out this supplement or whatever until there's something that's sort of, for me, very clearly demonstrated to make a difference. I'm just going to kind of eat what I want and enjoy my life. The one thing I do notice is a slight addiction to sugary things. So the chocolate biscuits tend to run out very quickly. And I think that's a result of the medication, actually. I think that's an element of addictive behavior. So that's maybe something to watch out for.
Oh, God, that's really interesting, because I'm exactly the same. I'm seeing a sugar coach in a couple of... I had no idea that it might be related.
I've heard this from other people as well, like chocolate addiction and sweets especially.
Sometimes I'm just like, do you know what, Parkinson's? I'm just going to eat what I want. But I know that eating better makes me feel better. So I know, particularly when I'm on holiday, if I'm eating a good Mediterranean diet with lots of fish, and as you say, on the fiber front, because constipation, is a big side effect for lots of people with Parkinson's. So it's interesting that you point that out and how much that helps you, because I think that would certainly help and benefit other people.
I think what I would say is if you identify certain supplements that you feel help you, then by all means go for it. I mean, there are vitamin supplements or various minerals and so on that some people swear by, and that's fine if it works for you. I don't think it necessarily works for everyone, but there's certainly no harm in trying many things. I think obviously be aware of sort of scams. I think there are probably things which don't have any effect at all, and you can spend a lot of money on them, and they're not really clinically proven. So watch out for that. But if something makes you feel better, then I would say do it.
I mean, on the alcohol front, are you very much the same? Are you live your life? And because I know some people that have cut it out altogether. I feel better when I don't drink, but I like wine. So again, I'm sort of, in that want to live my life.
Yeah, I'm firmly in the live the life bracket for alcohol, I'm afraid. So I did notice when I first started on the medication that the alcohol sort of had more of an effect. I think what I do find is I can't drink very much these days. So I drink most days. Whiskey is my sort of weakness. And there was a theory about, I have this crazy idea that whiskey might help with Parkinson's. It actually doesn't help with Parkinson's, but it's quite fun to drink anyway.
Is that your excuse?
Yes, it's a scientific experiment. Yes. But I think the key is drinking in moderation. So I drink most days, as I say, but I don't drink very much because I do find that I find the effects is sort of stronger when you have Parkinson's and when you're on medication. I think you don't need to drink as much for it to have an effect. But I certainly enjoy drinking, and I don't think that should really stop going forwards.
No, it's a really tricky one, because I had an interesting interview with before Christmas, another LivedHealth interview with lovely chap in Florida who had stopped drinking altogether, and he just found it that alcohol and his medication just did not work well together. And so I think it does depend what medication you're on. But sometimes when I reach for that glass of wine, it is a case of, God, you know what? I've got this Parkinson's thing. I just want to, you know, screw you, Parkinson's, and have a drink. But so I think we're probably on the same wavelength with that.
Yeah, I think so. As we said before, I think, you know, you want to live healthily, of course, but you also want to live your life and enjoy life. I think Parkinson's is hard enough as it is, and I get frustrated sometimes that I can't do things that I used to be able to do. So I still want to do things that I can enjoy and sort of not feel all the time pressured to do things in a certain way. So yeah, absolutely.
So I think we'd say to everyone out there, drink in moderation if you're going to drink, but live your life. We release a new video on Parkinson's every Thursday. So if you would like to find out more, do click on the subscribe button.
If you're interested in finding out more about Parkinson's, subscribe for a new video every Thursday.